I'm causing mayhem every motherfucking Mondays from now on, and I want y'all to bring it. No, you got your man out there doing bigger and better things, okay? And I blame, Trey asked a good question. How did it get so bad? I blame y'all. Because y'all been sitting on the fucking sidelines, letting these women do this bullshit, not setting boundaries, not telling women no, fuck off. And that's why we do what you allow us to do. You are one I love to hate and hate to love, but at the end of the day, I love you, baby girl. Come on the panel, let's go, please. Let's go. You're going to be in Marcus, but you might go back limping. What's going on? What's going on to all my embracers at the Black Man Unfiltered Network? How y'all doing tonight? I am actually in a really good mood, even though we've had a death in the family. But after today and tonight, what I'm looking at on my YouTube channel, I just got to give a shout out to the Black Man Unfiltered Network. Thank you for embracing me. Thank you for allowing myself to be myself and allowing me to be whatever the hell I want to be that night, because he don't care. As long as I put up some good content, good conversation, and good dialogue, that's all that matters. Because ladies and gentlemen, I am at 651 subscribers. And you guys know my goal is 1,000 by November 7th. And the last week's show, Tuesday night, surpassed the show that I did with Kevin Samuels at 1.1 thousand views. So shout out to the Embrace the Grace channel on the Black Man Unfiltered Network. I really, really appreciate it. That's why it's so important to who you sit down at the table with. You gotta surround yourself with people that uplift you, encourage you, help you, and want to see you succeed. Those are the kind of people you want around you, not somebody that doesn't help you at all, doesn't expose your work, doesn't help you, doesn't engineer your show when you know you need help. So I just want to give a shout out to the network, the engineers, the kings of VMU, the queens, all of that. I'm giving y'all my flowers. So I'm trying to get monetized. So everybody, don't forget to press the like button on both channels, the network and my channel. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Shout out to DJ Ham. Please, sharing is caring. Share the live. Share everything. Damn it. Well, not everything. I don't share everything, but you know what I mean. Okay. Yes, hunting. It's getting there. And by the way, I love your game show. That was good. How you doing, Queen? I got my fix this morning. I took a couple hours of PTO and watched the whole show. I can't help myself. I'm addicted. Talking your shit in the morning. I love it. It's my fix before I go to work. But with that being said, don't forget, like, subscribe, and share. If you want to share, if you want to, my new handle is the game is to be sold, not told. So definitely drop me a cash app, drop the network, a super chat, just support, guys. And I just want to thank all my mods, everybody that keeps coming in. I really, really appreciate it. My heart is so warm and fuzzy right now. Last week I lost my godmother. She was literally more than my own mother to me. She was my mother's sister, and we lost her last Wednesday, and it's just tough. I knew she was sick, but the family wasn't telling me just how sick she was. And next month is going to be the 2-year anniversary of my mom's passing. So it's like, I mean, they were really tight. So I'm not surprised, but then again, I am surprised. So with that being said, let's get on to the show, because life does go on. I've said my prayers. I got my candle lit. I'm not going to be able to make it because I just couldn't get the time off. So I mean, I know my cousins are going to be pissed off at me, but when you can't do it, you can't do it. It's just not feasible. It's just not feasible. Thank you, guys. I really appreciate it. I really, really appreciate it. But we're going to get into some shit today. And I know some of y'all ain't going to like it. And if some of y'all get pissed off, then I'm glad, because I want y'all to get pissed off. Because we talking about these illegal aliens, these illegal immigrants that are coming into the United States. They better sit their asses down. And let me say something up front. Let me say my disclaimer, because you know how people like to take things out of context. First of all, I believe in helping people. It's my purpose in life. That's all I know, and that's all I've done all my life. I've worked customer service. I've had businesses that helps take care of people. My job that I do now is taking care of people, not medically, but just helping people. It's in my nature. I just learned along the way that you can't help everybody, okay? Because people take your kindness for weakness and they punk you out. So now I'm a little bit more cautious. I'm a little bit more reserved on who I help, especially when it comes to money. Because like my lawyer says, if you can't afford to lend it, then don't do it, because you're going to lose your money and you're going to lose your friend. And then all of a sudden my money becomes funky when I need my money back. It wasn't funky when you needed it, but it's funky when you have to give it back. And I say all that to say this. Again, I believe in helping people. As a Christian and a child of God, it is our duty to help the less fortunate. But I also think we need to stop being taken advantage of. We need to stop getting used. And this is what we're talking about tonight. We're talking about these illegal immigrants that are coming into this country and sucking up all of our resources, Americans' resources, where we got American vets who need resources. We have a homelessness epidemic going on in America. And at first I felt some type of way when Donald Trump said taking all the black jobs. But if you look at it, it's true. It's true. The majority of the jobs that these illegal immigrants are taking are the jobs that a lot of us melanated folks are doing. And I'm not throwing no shade to the elite melanated community who have top-notch jobs. I am focusing on the job, your everyday blue collar fast food workers and stuff like that. Those jobs are being taken by illegal immigrants. And I don't understand how y'all are okay with that. I don't. Hey, how you doing? So hope everything is all good. I got your call. I'm gonna hit you back up. I don't know if you heard it. It kind of hit my family too now. So I had a death in the family. So I've been dealing with that. But thank you for coming. Don't forget to press the like button. Okay. We help too damn much. especially when we need help here. My father used to always tell me charity starts at the home. You take care of home first. There is no way if somebody calls you and says, can I borrow $500 and you know rent coming up, you better say no, because you're going to sacrifice paying your rent to help the next person when you're not even guaranteed to get that money back in time. See, sometimes we got to think. We can't be so quick to try to help somebody. Some of us, okay, no problem. I got you. Fuck that. Think about it before you say, I got you. Maybe you have to talk to your spouse about it. I used to date a guy, and he said the main reason why he divorced her was because she used to lend out money for the household, and then when it was time to pay bills, she wouldn't have that money back. And not only that, she wouldn't even tell him that she lent out that money, and he wondering why the lights are cut off. Now the pressure is on him to go get money to get the lights cut back on, when you could have just said no. A lot of us need to learn to say no sometimes. It's okay to say no. You want me to tell you how to say the word no in Spanish? No. See? It's very easy. And saying no is okay. And if they get mad at you for saying no, then are they really your friend? And you're exactly right. Give and take is key in any type of relationship. Reciprocation. But you got a lot of motherfuckers out there that just take, and don't give nothing back. Or they give just enough. I call them breadcrumbs. They give you just enough to keep you quiet. But it's not, and I'm not the type of person to be like, well, I did this for you and I did that for you. I shouldn't have to bring up what I did for you, because you should already know. You should already be appreciative. You should already be mindful. I shouldn't be going to the mall with you knowing that you owe me $500 and you out here shopping at Victoria's Secret with my money that you owe me. And a lot of us do that punk shit. We do that. And I'm setting this all up for you guys is because I want y'all to get mad, because we're about to talk about how many millions and millions of dollars our hard-working taxpaying money goes to illegal immigrants. And another thing I want to say as a disclaimer, I have nothing, absolutely nothing against people from other country coming to this country, because this is the land of the free, the land of the opportunity. My dad's parents came from Italy to Ellis Island to New York, and my dad became your typical rags to riches story. He lived the American dream and worked his ass off. But you see, the difference is his parents came in here legally, documented. They worked their ass off. And they did what they did. And they raised 4 beautiful kids, which one of them was my dad. But what I don't agree with, what I don't like, and what pisses me off is the fact that you have illegal immigrants coming to this country, getting more help, sucking up more resources than Americans. Where they do that at? Why is that okay with you guys? Why is that okay with y'all Kamala voters? Huh? Bordazor. Why is that okay with you guys? Please tell me something in the chat. Talk to me. Try to convince me that's okay. Hey, Almond Eyes, how are you, baby girl? Thank you for coming. I appreciate you. I want to know. I want to know. Does that not make you feel some type of way? That somebody can just come to this country? And by the way, I got all my facts and all my information from satia.com and factcheck.org. Okay? Yes, I do my research. I'm not as good as Take Heed just yet, where she just can get up there and talk her shit for 2-3 hours. I gotta have things written down, things organized, but everybody's different. Everybody got their own ways of doing things. I'm learning from her, and I'm pretty sure she learns from me and everybody else. But let me tell you something. When you guys hear the BS that y'all gonna be listening to, what I'm gonna present to you, maybe y'all think twice about voting for Kamala, because she's taking money away from your mouth, from your children. You know, Trump and Alon are live now on X. I hear you. I can't Trump. You know what I'm saying? If y'all want to leave, I understand, but y'all catch the replay and don't forget to press the like button, subscribe and share, and drop a cash app and a super chat. How about that? Green beans. Okay. But the fact remains is that this is BS, and you guys should be pissed off. I'm pissed off. And it's funny that I have gone through a couple experiences with this where it's just crazy. It's really crazy. I am a woman that only has one child. There was only a couple times in my life where I could have used some help. The first time I was in college, hell yeah. If I could get food stamps, I'm going to get food stamps because I was working. I'm an American. I've been working since I was 14 years old. It wasn't much. It was $114 a month. But hey, $114 a month to a college kid is a lot of money, because I got tired of eating hot sauce and mayonnaise sandwiches. Yeah, it came down to that. I had a whole drawer full of condiments, and you know, because so it gets that bad sometimes when you're in college. My son is about to embark the same journey, and I told him all this eating out and all this stuff you like to do is going to be something different. Louis Farrakhan granddaughter or daughter passed away today or yesterday. Wow. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, y'all better get right with God and get righteous, because a lot of people are going to be dropping. We're going to be dropping like flies. I'm telling you, better get right, or you won't see the light. I'm trying to be like BMU with my poetry and stuff. Hey, King Limbra, how are you? Looking good. Thank you. I try. I got to get my hair done, so I got to play it off, but it's all good. It is all good. Thank you. Guys, I believe in helping people, but you got to help yourself too. To know that you can come to this country and just be taking, hey, Skinny, how you doing, baby? Don't forget to go over to my channel and like the show over there, okay? I appreciate you guys. I believe in helping people. It's our duty as humans to help others and the less fortunate. But to take advantage of? Nah, bro. Nah, I work too hard. You know, and I don't mind helping those that truly need the help. But when you're taking advantage of the system, or the system is taking advantage of us Americans, we need to do something about it. We need to protest. We need to talk. I mean, I'm trying to do my best by making you guys aware, by bringing forth the information. Now it's up to you, Alexa, be quiet. And now it's up to you to do something with it. I remember my dad used to tell, and I bring up my dad a lot, God bless his soul, because that was my heart. He used to say, you got to make a move, even if it's the wrong one, but you got to make a move. You can't just be a lump on the log. We got to make moves, people. We got to make moves, because the fact that our jobs are getting taken away, the fact that they can come in and end up making more money than us, I mean, no, man, no. That should not be okay with us. That should not be okay with us. This year is the first year in my life that I'm not voting Democrat. I'm done with that BS. I'm done of thinking everybody else but myself and my family. I had more money in my pocket when Trump was in office. We didn't have this issue with, I mean, we always had an issue with illegal immigrants, but not to this level. Let me share something with you in the famous words of Take Heed. I was in New York last year, and on my way back to Atlanta, it was a plane full, they had the immigrants. And the stewardess didn't know how to speak Spanish. And a lot of people don't know that I know how to speak fluent Spanish. I actually know how to read, write, and speak fluent Spanish. Spanish was actually my first language. I literally had to learn how to speak English because growing up as a kid, my mom didn't know how to speak English. So when I went into the 5th grade, I didn't go to daycare or anything. We did the village thing. We got taken care of by family. You know, hey, how you doing, my auntie Loki? Plus, I mean, I had nannies and stuff like that took care of me. So I never went to daycare. I just went straight to kindergarten. So I had to take classes that said ESL, English as a Second Language. My father even made it a point to take me to a speech therapist so I would not speak with a heavy accent. So I sound totally American. If you didn't know what I looked like, you really would never assume that I know how to speak Spanish. Pero yo hablo español muy bien, señores y señores. You would never know, but I do. But the fact remains is that I'm an American. I love my Italian and my Dominican heritage, but at the end of the day, I'm an American first. I've been working since I was 14, and I didn't even have to work. I worked because I wanted to, because I needed to get out the house. My dad was really strict. He didn't even want me working. He was like, you stay home and take care of your mother. I'll pay you to do that. No, I wanted to make my own money, you know? But the fact remains is, guys, that when is enough is enough? When is too much too much? When do we as Americans say the buck stops here? Why does an American vet have to fight over 1 or 2 years to get 100% disability when you can clearly see he needs it and deserves it? Then you wonder why the military is down 500,000 personnel. I just spoke to one of my son's friends, and he enlisted in the Navy. He's doing nuclear engineering, and they gave him a $75,000 signing bonus. That's how desperate the military is for soldiers. It's not enticing anymore to anybody. Why? When these kids, they see these homeless vets laying on the ground. And I get it. A lot of it doesn't, some of it has to do with that. And some of it has to do with the other. Yep, 500,000. The reason why I know this is because I was trying to get my son into the military, and I spoke to a lot of recruiters. Our military, but they won't tell you that. Why do you think they passed a bill for a draft? If none of you guys know that, y'all better look it up. And if y'all have sons between the ages of 18 and 26, there has been a bill implemented for a draft. I'm telling you, y'all better put them fucking phones down and scrolling and watching these raggedy ass reality shows. And y'all better really research y'all reality that we live in right now. A bill has been passed for a draft. Again, that's good. I didn't get anything other than some gear from World War II. You see what I'm saying? A World War II veteran. Women are there also. Trump did that. Oh, here we go. Edward, don't start. Don't start, Edward. But the fact remains is that we're helping, we're helping too many other countries and too many other people, but we need to take care of home first. Let's take care of Americans first. How about that? Let's take care of America. Let's embrace Americans. Let's embrace our American soldiers that sacrifice their life, their health, their families, their children. Let's do that. Why can't we do that? So let me get into it a little bit with you guys. And if you guys have anything to say, you guys want to come up here and talk to me, tell me your horror stories, whatever the case may be. Hey, Hot Sauce, how you doing? How you doing? Travel One, thank you for coming. Well, the U.S. says per the Statue of Liberty that she will welcome immigrants. And I get it, Travel One, but not illegal immigrants. Let's do it the right way. Okay? Does your son speak Spanish? No, Travel One. I hate the fact that I did not teach him how to speak Spanish because I really don't use Spanish unless I'm around my family. And I'm not around my family because they're all spread out. But he does have a Spanish girlfriend, and she promised me that she will teach him Spanish. Hey, Grooming and Reviews. Catalia, ¿cómo está mi amor? Hermosa Latina. I am native autistic. Hey, Angel, how you doing, my dear? Hey, Embrace the Grace. Love you and happy Monday. I love you more, Angel. Thank you for coming. Don't forget, the game is to be sold, not told. So drop a cash out for your girl or drop a super chat for the network. Support. And Travel One said, hit the Cash App. Grace is producing thought-provoking content. And thank you for that. I appreciate you. And you sure bring it too. So you there. So I'm going to get into some information. And then I'm not going to bombard you with videos. I'm trying to be more content and less videos for you guys. But videos are good to give you the visual of what I'm trying to talk to you about. But let's talk about this first. Encounters on the southern border of those trying to enter the U.S. without authorization have gone up significantly under the Biden and Harris administration. And this is something that I know you may know. And Black Dave just told me I have a guest, Angel's Army. How you doing today?
Is it if I stay up for this conversation tonight, David and Embrace? You know very much well I do. I keep up with this kind of stuff, the illegal immigration or illegal aliens, as Trump used to call them. And I would like to take part in this discussion if I can tonight, if that's all right.
Absolutely, Angel. You're always welcome, but just try not to be long-winded.
I'll let you, say what you have to first, and I'll stay quiet, but I'll add my commentary when it's time.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you. So let me go ahead and continue, and thank you for coming, Angel. So it says here that encounters on the southern border of those trying to enter the U.S. without authorization has gone up significantly under the Biden and Harris administration. 7.2 million migrants have illegally crossed the U.S. border under Biden, exceeding the populations of 36 states. That's 3 times the number of border encounters as when Trump was in office. I mean, come on, man. Come on. Again, I believe in helping those that need the help, but I don't believe in being taken advantage of. Okay? So with that being said, under the Biden administration, the president hasn't even worked to reverse some of these issues that has been going on. So with that being said, what do you have to say so far about this, Angel?
Like it's just sad of like what the other party is allowing the Democrats, that is, because as you were reading the 2.7 million.
No, the 7.2 million. You got it backwards. 7.2.
I thought you said 2.7. I thought you said 2.7, but you meant 7.2. If you got
Okay.
the numbers mixed up, then it's all right. But
Thank you. I
if that's
appreciate
like
it.
what the number is for this year alone, then that's like almost as just as much as it has been in the entire 4 years of the Biden-Harris administration. Because I think there was over 10 million in the first 3 years of the Biden-Harris alone, and if it's 7.2 this year alone, with us already being into August, like we're on track to like get to that 10 million number in just this year alone. With the fact that it's the number surpasses 36 states, wow! Like if it surpasses states like Arizona, then like it
And
just
that's
like
one of the
goes.
states, Arizona, Texas. I mean, and California is the most carrying the most migrants in New York. Oh, and I forgot
Mhm.
to tell you guys the story. I was flying in. I was in New York, and I was flying back to Atlanta, and the plane was full. They had to be migrants because they didn't even they had those big bulky bags. Long story short is that they didn't speak English, and they didn't know how to find their seats, and we were running short on time. And JetBlue don't play. They don't like being late. So I got up, of course, because that's who I am. I'm always with the nature of helping. And I saw their frustration because they couldn't speak Spanish. So I quickly and I said, "Look, I'll help you. Let's get everybody seated." I mean, it's like I took over because I was ready to leave. So and she was like, "Really, your help?" And they're like, "Yeah." So I just since I know I mean, I've seen the stewardess do it. You check their ticket and you tell them where to go. So I was speaking Spanish to them. I was telling them where to go, where to sit, got it all together. Long story short, I literally had to help almost 3/4 of a plane to get seated because the stewardesses didn't speak Spanish. They didn't speak English. They ain't never been on a plane before because a lot of them were shaking, but they were being transported to Atlanta from New York because came from Florida. New York said, "Fuck that shit. We taking them to Atlanta." And that's what's been happening. We've been shuffling people around like cattle because we don't know where to put them anymore. We don't know where to house them. We don't, and it's crazy. And it's
Well,
crazy that we're doing that.
yeah, and you want to know one thing? Governors like Greg Abbott of Texas and the Florida governor, they've all been transporting illegal aliens by buses for the past 2+ years and transporting them to places like Chicago, New York. Because if these Democrats want these kind of open border policies, then guess what? They can have these people because they've been the ones that implemented sanctuary cities years ago. Remember that in like some parts of California, and I think New York City may be a sanctuary city too. But if they want to like be okay with bringing these legal aliens without proper like authorization or like proper like checking, then hey, let's give them the Democrats with what they want. And just imagine this country as the U.S. being a big football stadium, because if you go to a sporting event, a concert, whatever it may be, you have to have a ticket to get inside the stadium. They don't just
Absolutely.
allow the people without a ticket to go inside a stadium or even a movie theater because well, do the stadiums need authorization? And the people that are coming in is pretty much like an open gate kind of thing where they can just attend this country without any cost, and they don't think it costs us as American taxpayers anything. It costs us more than what the Democrats may realize. And I think in some cities there's actually like a $500 a month kind of the thing that illegal aliens get.
Oh, don't
And
worry.
yeah,
I'm going to go over all of that. Dave, you could take the comment down, sir. Take the comment down, please. I appreciate it. Okay. So under the Biden administration, the president has worked to reverse some of the stringent immigration policies that former President Donald Trump passed. such as the construction of the Mexican border wall, protecting the DACA. And just in case you guys don't know what that is, we're going to get into it. It's the Deferred Action for Child program. Okay. And the thing is the DACA, again, is the Deferred Action for Child Arrivals. And this was something that was in the Obama era policy, allowing people who came to the U.S. illegally as children to live, study, and work in the country. It's designed to give these who came to the U.S. illegally under the age of 16 a chance at remaining in the USA, even though they don't have paperwork. They do offer a path to citizenship, and they must be enrolled in high school or college. They must have a high school degree or GED and no criminal record. So this is why a lot of parents will push their kids to cross the border, and they stay behind because they know of this program. But how many kids under 16, American kids, do we have that need resources, but we'll give it to an illegal immigrant?
And doesn't like the DACA separates kids from their actual parents when they cross here illegally? If the Democrats want to be more so of bringing families together, then at best the mom or dad who cross here illegally be kept with their children and do proper registration for U.S. citizenship. But yet they want to say that Trump is want to separate families, and remember, his VP JD Vance, he made a comment 3 years ago about how this country is ran by a bunch of childless cat ladies. He was referring to the separation of families by the Democrats when he wants more families to come together and be more group now. But really all it is just seems like the Democrats don't really care about family or orchestration of any kind. If I was your son, obviously, if you came here illegally with me in your hands, Embrace, you would keep me with you at all costs to raise me and help me learn properly upon coming into the U.S. The Democrats, they don't really care.
Absolutely, and it's gonna get a little bit deeper. Listen to this. Data published by the U.S. shows that more than 900,000 people have been permitted to stay in the U.S. under this program since it was created in 2012. More than 3/4 of all DACA recipients came from Mexico. 77% of approval initial applications. Cali being the state with the most approved applications of 257,000 applications. Then it was Texas, Arizona, Nevada, and New Mexico. And lastly, ending the travel ban on several Muslim majority countries. That's another thing that's has been done under the Biden administration. So there's a lot of foolery going on. So now that I've said that, let's Dave, if you can show the video of the first video that you got of the receipt that a migrant left at a bodega. Please, I would appreciate it. You guys look at this, and I want y'all to get pissed off. That's why I'm bringing it on Monday Night Mayhem on the Black Man Unfiltered Network, because y'all need to see this. Y'all need to not be so comfortable. Angel, mute yourself, baby.
About this or seen this yet? But an illegal migrant from Venezuela left her receipt at the grocery store, and the cashier took a picture. Her food stamp balance right here. Her cash balance right here.
This individual left the receipt. She had just bought some food at the bodega. Okay. Her food stamp balance on her EBT card, her taxpayer funded EBT card, Her food stamp balance is $13,401.82 for 1 month. That's this thing into the system is somehow worthy to get $13,401.82. Cash balance is $4,498.85. The fuck? That's just one. New York has hundreds of thousands of these foreign nationals roaming around. Why does she have $13,000 in food stamps?
I mean, come on, guys. That's disgusting.
Wow.
It really is.
Back in the day when I was on SSI, I never even got that much, and I was on food stamps for a little bit, and all I was given was like $198 for the month. But to get 13,000 plus in food stamps a month and 4,000 plus dollars in SSI, like, wow, like not even a parent's autistic child would be able to get that much in today's world. But yet the Democrats are wanting to treat these illegals as their actual citizens when they are properly registered. I mean, it's like driving a car without a license plate or a driver's license, pretty much.
Exactly. So how can a person come from Venezuela, okay? Oh, sorry guys, my dog knocked the phone down. And get $13,000 in food stamps. Who in God's green earth would need $13,000 in food stamps? And 2 years ago, I applied for food stamps just because I was trying to find another job, and I had a teenager who ate every 90 minutes, and they told me no, I made too much money. But somebody can come from Venezuela and get $13,000 in food stamps, and I'm a fucking American, and I've been working since I was 14 years old, and they have the audacity to tell me no when I've been paying my taxes since I was 14 years old? Now, if that doesn't piss you guys off, then I don't know what is going to piss you guys off. Oh, that's right. We're going to vote for Kamala because she's a female and she's black. We're going to vote on feelings versus facts.
I would rather vote on facts versus feelings because, to be quite honest, I just have never appreciated the attacks that had been on Trump for all these years. And when I seen the earliest of attacks in 2017 and many reports of narratives by the mainstream media is what made me stand up for Trump, and still will. And some people say, well, will you still support him even after he wins this presidency? Well, whoever is the Republican, because keep in mind, the media will target any Republican, but just this last 8 years, it's always been Trump by the media, and yet the whole thing that made me turn this is just sad, and I would rather vote on facts versus feelings. I understand what Trump's policies are. The other side doesn't. I understand where Trump wants to go. The media doesn't. Like, he wants American families, single people, whether you're black, white, Hispanic, Asian, whatever, to be as successful as he is. He ain't in it just for the corporate greed or corporations. He wants all Americans to be successful with their own business, with their own product, and yet with what the Democrats are doing of the tax of people who make $400,000 or more a year, what would that tell you if you were a single, family-owned business, Embrace? You can't succeed. You can't expand. You can't hire more workers. You can't like go as big as McDonald's, because all these taxations that the Democrats are doing is keeping someone like you from succeeding. And I would rather be successful instead of down in the dumps, as these Democrats want America be.
Exactly. And like Milani says, food stamps just be spending on junk food and beverages. And you're absolutely right, Milani, because my part-time job, I work 2.5 jobs. And my part-time job, I've been there 10 years. I'm not leaving it because I got stock in the company. If any of you guys ever heard of Publix, shout out to Publix and their chicken sauce off the chain. We own the company. The employees own the company. So I'm not walking away from my stock, and I'm close to resources in case, like during COVID, I was never hurting for water, sanitizer, or Clorox bleach wipes, because they took care of us. Okay. And you're right, Milani. I see them. I could tell when it's first of the month. Crab legs, you're getting steaks, you're getting all the shit that you normally don't eat. And then in the middle and the end of the month, you get Roman noodles. And it's messed up because the food stamps are really for the kids. It's for the kids to make sure that they eat well. But people, again, and Milani, is not 1,300. The balance was 13,000. Milani. The receipt said $13,000 in food stamps. That's crazy. That is absolutely crazy. Like I said, I was trying to catch it 2 years ago before I got another job, and they told me no. I was just working the grocery store job, only working 22 hours because that was my part-time job, and I was looking for a full-time job because I had just moved to Georgia. And they told me no. Oh, but we'll give you Medicaid and this. I said, I didn't ask for that. My son has excellent health care insurance with my ex-husband. I need to feed him. And they told me no. I said, well, maybe if I popped out 5, 6, 7 kids. And as a matter of fact, let's roll that second video. I know you guys seen this video, but this was a perfect video. And this is not an illegal immigrant, but this is another person of taking advantage of the system and us being okay with it. Dave, if you can run that second one. Are you there?
David, are you there?
Grace, did you high hurdle my idea? Uncle, you've given me a lot of ideas. Which one? Why don't you come up here? Let's talk. You're a vet. Come up here. Talk to me. Tell me how you feel when you see things like that.
Anisha, or whatever how I pronounce your name, Anisha, to you. Come up and give your argument, because it is Monday Mayhem after all. If you think that Trump is only doing it for the wealthy, because he wants taxes for all Americans, even the middle class, much like yourself. But he wants every American to be successful, even if you don't have a business. That's the thing, because I don't think that I have ever had, I probably shouldn't say I don't think. I never had a problem with earning money in the time when Trump was in office, because I earned more. But now with the administration we have now, that like money that you get is going out the window. You can't spend much for yourself at the movies, at an amusement park, or wherever you may go, because what is the Democrat trying to do to middle-class Americans, much like yourself, Anisha? Keep you from being able to buy a home, buy a car, and with the EV mandate, you can't even get a gas-powered car. But yet the Democrats want to try and get EVs for all Americans. Then there was a report a month or so ago about how $7.5 billion was spent by the Biden administration on EV chargers over the last 4 years, and only 8 have ever been built across America. Where did all that money go since you're a taxpayer, Anisha? at the end of it, just think of where your paycheck goes. Are you happy with the cost of rent? What you're paying? If so, then hey, enjoy it going up even more if Kamala gets elected this November, because everything that they've been doing has been hurting Americans, putting a burden on Americans, and making it harder to fulfill the American dream, whether as a homeowner, as a business owner, or wherever you may want to go up in your life. If you enjoy paying an apartment, then hey, what are you gonna do if you can't even afford your next cost of rent from the 3 or more jobs you may have? I would rather have one job that is sustainable to me to be able to last me for my entire life. And many people are having to have more than one job as of right now. If you think that it's a good with where this economy is going, then hey, try getting 10 jobs, 11 jobs, 20. Where this country is going, people are needing multiple jobs just to afford the basics of rent. And if you're happy with it, then hey, enjoy drinking 5 million gallons of caffeine or coffee every single day.
Exactly. Well said, Angel. Well said. Let me go through some of these comments. Drop the link, please, Dave, on my channel or your channel, Jay. You might have to go through BMU to get the link. But thank you for coming, Mr. Willis. I really appreciate you. He says federal funds the state love, and the state disperses the funds as they see it, and they suck. Okay, and focus on Congress and Senate. And you're right. And I always say that the president is really just a puppet master. Nothing can happen unless it goes through the House and Senate. That's why it's so important. Yes, it's important to vote in the presidential election, but it's more important to vote for your city officials, your state officials, because they're the ones that you're sending to the Senate and that push the bills. So, guys, you need to do your research and you need to be able to vote. Not just for the presidency, you need to be able to vote for the Senate and the House. How you doing, sir?
Hey, lady, how are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Nice to see
What's
you.
up, man? How you feeling? How am I sounding?
Good.
Do I sound okay?
Yeah, you sound good. You just look.
I'm
What was that,
looking now?
Angel?
I was telling Jeff, you sound fine, my man,
Thank
and
you, brother.
welcome, JD.
I got my co-host Angel. He's helping me.
What's happening?
Forgive me
So
for
what say? Oh,
and I'm
and
dealing with the issue. So
I'm sorry, Dave. Were you saying something? Okay, guess not. Good. I
I
got
have some
two. I
technical
got.
issue. I'll get a video up shortly.
Okay, no problem. I got talkers on here now. Not just Angel. So, ladies and gentlemen, my two guests that are on the panel, they are vets. They're American veterans. And I want to hear from them. How do they feel about this bullshit? Because after we talk about this, I'm going to talk to you about the program that they have for refugees, the Ukrainians, and how much shit that they get. So, Ankh, you were the first one up here. What say you of so far what you've heard?
Well, I have a bad habit of connecting dots that most people don't. I don't know how many of you guys have seen the movie The Firm with Tom Cruise. Have you ever seen that movie? Well, one of my favorite lines in the movie is from Wilford Brimley. Him and Gene Hackman are in a meeting with the owner of the law firm, the Crooked Law Firm, and they're talking about Tom Cruise. And Gene Hackman goes, "Look, you guys, you're overthinking it. This young kid is good. There's nothing to be suspicious about." And Wilford Brimley says, "I get paid to be suspicious when there's nothing to be suspicious about." And I'm sorry, but I'm connecting a dot here that I don't think anyone else has. When you talk about illegal immigrants and our borders being open, something that is rarely discussed is the fact that coming across those borders, is not just hungry families, but military age single men that are not just of Spanish or Mexican or Honduran or Salvadoran descent. When they come over here, they have to eat.
Uh-oh, the video's ready. Hold on, guys. Here she come. You got it, Dave?
Okay, you guys, yes. I am a mother of 7 kids. 7 kids. I had my first child at 14 years old. Yes, I had my first child at 14 years old. I do not regret it. He is well, healthy, and he's 19 right now. God, praise God. Yes, you guys. You heard it right here. 7 different baby daddies. 7 kids. Had my first child at age 14. Yes, and I do receive 3,000 in EBT food stamps. Yes. We are so happy. We are so blessed. We are very thankful. Yes, we are happy where we're at in life right now. We are happy. Yes, we are happy. Yes. Yes, but at the end of the day, my kids are taken care of. That all that matters, okay? That's it. That's all that matters. We were
Now, okay, let me just say real quick, and Jay, I'll bring you up. I'll let, this is crazy. First of all, how you gonna say God bless God and on God, and you talking about you didn't have 7 kids and didn't get married? Now, one time, 7 kids from 7 different men, and you up on here on the internet bragging that you get $3,000 in food stamps divided into 8. That's $375 per person. And most likely on Section 8, most likely on cash assistance, most likely on WIC, most likely on Medicaid. And I got 1 kid and I got denied. So maybe I was in the wrong business. I should have just kept popping out babies like a poppums. Hold on, Unc. Let me let Jay talk. Let
him go.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, I really think that this, and again, this happens so often when I bring this up. It's almost like it's subconsciously uncomfortable to speak of. Does this make too much sense? That maybe, just maybe, a woman with a balance of $14,000 worth of food stamps is feeding more than one family? Maybe she's feeding a militia because they have to eat. Could somebody tell me why that doesn't make sense? I think that's a much bigger argument than the woman with 7 babies and $3,000 a month. What are you going to do? Cut them babies off? Yeah.
How about she stop having fucking kids? How about that?
Okay. How about that? So are you going to give her a hysterectomy? I think I have a bigger question. I think maybe, just maybe, this might be a bigger problem. This is what I don't understand. How, again, I was asking you, I put these words in the chat and you didn't address them. Every time I bring this up.
It seems like you're
Hold on, Angel. Hold on, Angel. Hold on. Angel, hold on. Let him finish, and then Jay goes, and then you get it back. Go ahead, Unc.
Every time I bring this up, people, yeah, but still me. Okay. What other reason would you have to have a $14,000 balance unless
What if I can do it outside?
$14,000 worth of people in a month? Does anybody want to talk about it? If you don't want to talk about it, I'll leave it alone and we can pick on the woman with 7 kids. But I really think that's a bigger problem.
I don't know what family may need $13,000 worth of food stamps.
Exactly. Now connect that dot with open borders and military age males coming across. What better way to feed them?
Yep. You know what? Hold that thought because I do have a conspiracy theory on that. Jay, what's going on, sir? How you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing all right. Y'all doing okay tonight?
I'm good. I didn't see the cat. I didn't see your new haircut. I didn't see the glasses. What's going on?
This girl over here. She see me. Ain't that boy over here coming up?
I'm like, what's going on? So what say you so far of what I've had to talk about? Because I'm pissed. I'm pissed at the fact that I couldn't feed Jordan, just one kid. I only had one kid, and they told me no. They didn't even wait 24 hours. She told me right then and there.
All right, I got a quick question because I did come in a little late and I missed the very first part. But this is
Okay.
about that. This is about that immigrant in New York that supposedly somebody said they saw
They
their
left the
cash balance.
receipt.
Yeah.
Yep,
Okay.
exactly.
All right. First off, how many people in here live in New York?
Well, I used to, but I don't know.
I'm just asking right now for everybody else that's up here.
No.
Angel, you live in New York?
Why would it matter if we?
I'm just
Why would it
asking the
matter
question,
if we
Angel.
live there or not,
A-
KBJ?
Angel, just say yes or no, Papa.
No, I don't live in New York, but really, it doesn't really matter.
I just wanted to ask a question. I think you already sensing that I'm about to fuck you up on something. That's why you're getting a little defensive. Let's be real. You don't give two shits about what's going on in another state that ain't really affecting you. Now, I heard that my guy, is it Jeff? What's his name? Jeff?
Yeah.
All right.
Jeff
He was
Reed?
talking about, he's using a talking point that I've heard a lot on the right. Military age. Young men coming across the border. Do we really want to fix the problem, or do we actually want to just sit around in here and just demonize the next person in the line? Because I'm not knocking you. I'm not knocking you. I'm all about having protected borders. Marine Corps, rah, all that in a bag of chips. We need to protect our borders. But if we really want to be honest, we need our politicians to be honest to us. There are a lot of jobs in America that we can't work that they need immigrants to work on. Now, they would prefer to have them on a visa so they can come and get their ass the fuck up out of here. But they are perfectly fine with actually letting these immigrants come in. The biggest reason that a lot of these people came because there was an incentive to come. We had a lot of companies that would hire people off the books and give them jobs. And instead of us as a United States government actually enforcing the law, we didn't enforce it on the owners of the company. They would have ICE come to a whole bunch of chicken plants and lock up all the Hispanics that would come in, but they wouldn't do a goddamn thing to the owner. So what would stop the owner? What would stop the owner from doing that shit again? Like, I understand that we need to protect our borders, but we need to understand the swoop game that's really going on. The people that have the power, the people that feel like they're going to be replaced, are trying to use us, the people that they have been oppressing for the longest, to be their allies and the loudest voice in the argument to keep other people the fuck out. How about you stop running coups down in their countries and messing their economies up where they flee to come here? That would be a good suggestion.
That
Now,
you're absolutely. It's all about solution based. I'm just making people aware of the the situations, and I appreciate that. But at the end of the day, let's talk about the vets. Why can't we have that same energy to take care of our American vets?
I'm not going to ever do it. It's just a talking point. It makes everybody sound good. It makes everybody feel a certain type of way. Oh, I care about the vets. Yeah, one day out the goddamn year. They don't care about our homeless. They don't care about our vets. They don't care about the average day citizen. They don't give a shit. And it's on the American public as a whole to actually stand up and say something. And I'm really confused with a lot of people saying Trump or some people saying Kamala. They all been around while they've been fucking us.
Home run.
Yeah, it's the lesser of the two evils, Jay. They both ain't shit.
No, it isn't.
Why do you say that?
You can vote whoever you want in. That's what it comes down to.
No, you can't. No, you can't. This is what
Somebody has a lot of background noise.
What you people are discussing is a democracy. We don't live in one of those. We live in a republic. The word democracy is not in your constitution. It's not in the Pledge of Allegiance. We live in a republic. To go back to
Jeff, mute for 1 second. Let me see something. Yeah, Jeff, you might need to change your audio. It's doing a lot of feedback. It's doing a lot of feedback.
You may have to come in and come out and come back in.
It was
because
doing a lot
I muted and I knew it wasn't me. But yeah.
I
It
get what you're
sounded
talking about.
staticky. Oh my
Yeah, it
gosh.
was real static. I had to take my earpiece out. But not like no bullshit, man. I agree that like look, we got a lot of problems in this country that we need to fix, but neither one of these motherfuckers are gonna fix it. And I do agree that I will say this. The American public can pick their own fucking president. There is a such thing as writing in somebody. You can write a person in, and if you get all Americans, think about it. We live in a social media era. We got all these people that can goddamn get on the internet and run their own campaign. You don't got to be on the campaign trail like they used to, going from state to state to state. You can get on here, say I'm running for president, like Kanye West did on some crazy shit, and you can get people to vote for you. And if you got the votes, you got the votes. But picking between these two motherfuckers, you got one person pretending to be black, and you got another motherfucker that's literally a known fucking racist. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. He don't give a fuck about the average day citizen.
JBJ, what exactly has Trump said that's been racist over the years?
Oh, I'm about to hit you with a good one because you asked the right person. You ever heard of Central Park 5? Have you ever heard of Central
Have
Park
I
5?
ever heard of the Central Park 5? I've heard of them.
Okay, but guess what? You had a couple black dudes and and I think it was a Hispanic or two that was accused of raping a white woman in Central Park. And even after DNA evidence came out that said no, they didn't do it, Donald Trump took out a big old ad in the New York Times saying no, keep them bitches in jail.
And they even questioned them kids that then they were minors, and they questioned them and coerced them into a confession without no adults being there. That was some bullshit too.
I ain't even gonna get on the cops because the cops are racist regardless. But Donald Trump did take out an ad after DNA evidence did prove that they didn't do it, and he said they still should stay in jail. He talking about bring back the death penalty. That's one racist thing. You want another one? I'll give you another one if you want.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
How you're like relying some old stuff from the 1990s before he even ran for president. You know, opinions change over the years, right? Just look at J.D. Vance. His opinion changed amongst Trump over a year, and yet he still has that Trump or hell no. The thing about it is you're running some stuff from the 1990s, and here's the thing. How is it racist of him telling the poor women of color to go back to Africa when they themselves, the women of color, said this is the worst country on earth? It ain't racist. If you think America is worse, try going to another country like Africa or somewhere that is worse. Because you don't realize how great you have it here as an American, JBJ. Trump was just speaking the goddamn fact. Because if you think this is worse, try going somewhere else and seeing if it's just as better than you think it is when it really ain't. Because in reality,
Jeff,
Africa doesn't have the freedom of speech. They don't have the bail system that a lot of democratic cities have that you can steal under $900 of merchandise and get away with it. And a lot of other countries are much more stricter than here in America, but yet someone like you obviously would ransack a Gucci store any chance he got in California for some free stuff and resell it on goddamn eBay. So
now, Angel, that's kind of racist now.
Realize how
let him keep going. Let him cook.
To say that it's worse is like an understatement when you don't realize how much of the kind of opportunities that you have here in America.
All right, here you go. Real quick, Angel, I got a couple questions. Where are you originally from?
If you're trying to play the whole ancestry game, I'm a born American citizen. Myself only.
No, Angel.
You can play this game. I'm actually smiling because I got people like you try to say, "Oh, did you know what white people did to your people?" Like, you are just trying to run some old stuff that I was never even a part of myself, and I could care less about my ancestry, my lineage, whatever the case may be, because I'm a born U.S. citizen in the God-given USA of the state of Arizona. So if you want to try to bypass that kind of stuff with me, I don't really care at the end of the day because it doesn't matter to me. I just live free.
Calm down.
It's okay, Angel. We're just having a conversation.
Look, Angel, calm down.
Jay, you did it.
Yeah, look, I don't know why
I'm
you got
just
so triggered
smiling
like
because I
that.
know where he's going with this question.
Angel, just
I know
calm
where he's
down.
going.
No, you don't know where I'm going. That's your problem because you're trying to assume something. I just asked you where you
I
were
am Tom. I'm
from.
smiling, but I know what you're going to try and go with
You
this
fat,
question.
bald-headed, no-neck midget. I sentence you to 3,000 lashes for conduct unbecoming a black man.
All righty then. What were you gonna say, Jay? Hold on,
All right.
Angel. Hold on. What were you gonna say, Jay?
Angel, I was just trying to ask you where you're originally from, not your ancestry, not your ethnicity, none of that. I just asked where you were from because I wanted to know if you let East Coast, West Coast, North, South, where the fuck you from? But you want to just go into the whatever the fuck that shit was. I think you telling on yourself. You got something deep down in your heart you need to go to counseling
Can I
about.
tell why I thought that way, JVJ? It's because
Why?
I've had other people, I've had other black people that ask me where are you from, and I tell them I'm from Arizona, and they try to go like where like my mom was from, what my mom before my mom was from, and try to play the whole lineage ancestry game, and that's why I thought that's where you were gonna go. But I'm sorry if I misthought the wrong thing, JBJ. But it's just I just have had people ask me where I'm from and take it in a whole nother direction. So I thought that was the
I
kind
look,
of game you were trying to play with me.
look. I got you, man, but you don't need to be that quick trigger. Like you like a quick popper. Ah,
Well, I'm
you heard something,
sorry,
you got
but
triggered
I just
quick.
thought that's where you were gonna go with it.
Look, where he go. Stop thinking, and that just let me say something to you. And then you can judge me for who I am and not what other people done did to you. Because I wasn't going there with you. I just wanted to know where you were from because I wanted to see what your like your kind of political views. It seemed like you lean right. You seem like you hard to the right. Donald Trump, make America great type shit. So I just wanted to know where you were from. I don't want you getting
And does
triggered
that
out here,
really
man.
matter at the end of the day? And does that
Say
really
that.
matter at the end of the day, JBJ?
Can you say that one more time? I couldn't hear
Does it
you.
really matter to you if I'm like right, conservative, or whatever?
Yeah, hell yeah. It matters if somebody's a Democrat too. It all matters. It all matters because people put themselves in boxes.
Well, it
But
seems like you're someone who's leaning towards socialism, communism, Marxism, JBJ.
how do you how do you get that?
Jay, you're patient.
Well,
I'm just
I
trying
don't
to figure
know.
out, man. He telling on himself right now.
I'm gonna go get a refill on my wine, Jay. Give me just a second, cause I'm gonna need this. Hold
There you
on.
go. Okay, Angel, why do you think that?
Well, what would you think would be better for this country, in your views, man?
No, I'm saying you said that you think I'm a socialist or all this other stuff. I'm like, how do you even get that? I haven't even spoken that much. How do you get that?
Well, I'm sorry, but maybe it's just the way you probably think a higher wage is better for this country, free healthcare, free college, whatever. But maybe that's not the way you think. It just seems like that's the way you're kind of like going about it. And you have a goddamn like mask sign in the back of you. Did you mask up during the pandemic in 2020?
Yeah, I did actually wear my mask because I think that was kind of like a mandate everywhere. I think you actually had a mask on your face too. But besides that, that's irrelevant. That's
But
kind of
did you
like
get
just
the
shooting
jab?
somebody left field.
But did you get the jab?
No, I never
But
got a
did you
shot.
get the jab at all?
No, I never got a shot.
Oh well, I'm sorry if you well, I'm sorry for thinking the way that I thought of you then, because
You
a lot
keep
of
doing it.
people
Stop doing that. Stop doing that. Stop. Like, why you got a certain opinion about me, man? You keep making
all
the
right,
assumption.
JJ, let's just move forward, man.
Good God Almighty, man. Like, look, I don't even know why you keep assuming that shit. Look, I'll tell you straight up. I don't fuck with Republicans and I don't fuck with Democrats. So I hope that helps you out. I don't give a fuck about neither one of them because ain't neither one of them leading you nowhere. I don't know if you know they work in cahoots with each other. They
Yep.
both fuck with each other. Like you over here,
Yep.
Trump, Trump, Trump. Give a fuck about you. And anybody that's out here yelling Kamala, Kamala, or Biden, Biden, they don't give a fuck about you. They don't live the same life that we live. We play by the rules that they set. You sitting
So,
around here over here
so you would only
hoorahing
vote.
for them.
So you would only vote for a politician if they were as pro-black as you are, right?
No. Damn, now you trying to play what the
Damn.
fuck,
Oh,
Angel?
Jay.
What is going on, Angel? What the fuck? Like, you really coming with all the stereotypes tonight, man. You
It's
telling me about yourself.
a lot of black politicians or a lot of black people like yourself that ain't for the Democrat or ain't for the Republicans that are more so for their quote unquote own people are usually the pro-black kind of people who would only vote for a pro-black politician that will like give them what the Sam heck they really want. Because I could ask you if you're for reparations and if you said yes, then you put my
Angel,
point on the pro-blackness of
Angel,
what you like are going for, JBJ. So at the end of it,
Angel,
JBJ, I don't really know which side of the you are really on, and
Look what you
starting
done
Angel,
to
started.
assumption like we're in the wrong direction.
You know you want to
But
laugh,
it's just
Jay.
I don't
I'm
know really
trying my
what
Angel,
best
side
not
you
to.
are really on.
I
I'm
know.
trying not to.
Angel. Can you hear me?
Uh-oh.
This is the engineer David, but I want to give you one advice. Before you assume somebody's political stand, you need to ask questions first. Because it doesn't make no logical sense to assume a person either pro-black or Democratic or Republican. This is why African like me like to laugh at people because for one reason they never take the time out to ask the person their political stand and what they believe and what to accept. I'm an independent. I'm not for Republican and I'm not for Democrat. Neither one of us care about what we do or how we live. Because we are not as wealthy as them. We don't have the connection they have. I gotta be logical about the policy they push out instead of be saying, oh, Trump this or Kamala that. That is kind of illogical and uneducated, if you don't mind me saying that. So going forward, before you judge anybody, ask the specific question to get an understanding where they stand on. Not everything is pro-black or pro-white or Republican this or Democratic that. I have been in the country long enough to understand that people don't want to do their homework anymore. This is why
Right. And
people
A
who from
team.
outside the
And
country look at what's going on right here and they ask the specific question. Do they actually read or do the proper research? Do they step back and read article and compare the data and the information and see who have been winking them or not? Because if you ask me, you don't want to go to help you at all. They're not going to. I'm a New Yorker. We know one thing. We don't got time for the bullshit. We see through
and
the bullshit and know for what it is.
183307 says Angel needs to be nice. So you got to be nice, Angel, because my moderators are kicking up a storm in the chat.
Oh
So they
shit.
want you to be
So,
nice,
Angel,
stop
before you
assuming, and
assume
stop being
anything,
racist.
ask the question first. Because what you're doing is a complete error on your case. Because you can't put your opinion out there and assume it's X, Y, and Z, but yet you don't know what their foundation is based on. What Jerry J is saying is actually correct. That have been known for almost 30, 40 years. They play people mind games. They play both sides. But at the end of the day, they go in the bar, have a drink, talk about how many people they play so far. And you end up being one of them just now. And newsflash, something from Jamaica, well, Jamaica State.
I'm sorry.
We know
I'm
who he
sorry.
is.
Whoever is this audio guy, well, whatever your name is, man, all I hear is a bunch of yada yada yada. If I
It may
want to
That's
be,
like
my.
vote
it may
That's the
be, it may,
Republican
engineer.
for the best
it may be
policies, then I
yada
can
yada yada
vote
to you,
for him.
but
Like
I'm
really, at
well
the
more
end of the day,
informed by the individual you're actually voting from, who is actually no Angel. Hush, I can mute you. You know that. Now let me correct you on that. The guy you're voting for is from Jamaica State, Queens. Went to high school out here in New York City. Did not even pass the high school. They have to pay for him to graduate. So you can't tell me shit if you don't know anything about the individual. So let's stop that, okay? And you know me very well. I don't like people that come on this platform just spewing nonsense and never did their homework properly. I just don't like it. I got a mean streak of making people look bad with no emotion attached to it. I only based on facts, data, truth, and information. So do me a favor, Angel. I don't run my mouth. I'm out here in Brooklyn, New York. I'm not here for the bullshit. I'm a New Yorker.
Ooh,
But
here
you,
it
Stop that,
is.
all right?
you realize, you do realize, and I don't know if it's New York or Chicago. There's been a lot of black people in either New York or Chicago that have called out the legal immigration situation in places one of those two. And don't be saying that it's a problem for your community when you are the goddamn one that voted for a Democrat in your state or city too. Whoever voted for
Correction.
the current Chicago mayor, you
Let
voted
him
for
say that.
him.
Let him say
This is
that.
Angel,
what you guys
Angel,
Angel,
voted for.
relax.
Angel, you
Let
come
him
off
say it because he
uneducated.
gonna make himself look
You
bad.
come off
He don't even
misinformed.
know.
If my
And you
energy
come off
is too much for
uninformed.
you guys, then I'm
Angel, I'll
sorry.
say it again.
I'm like getting energetic
You
just
come
from
off
this
uneducated.
conversation. I'm smiling
You
about
come off
this, and I'm
misinformed.
like,
You
if
come
I
off
do become a
underinformed.
bit too loud, then that's just who I am, guys.
And
Hey,
we
David,
I
can
didn't
I?
come
appreciate
off
you.
loud, but you come off
But we,
uneducated. You come off misinformed, and you come off
Oh yeah,
uninformed.
like
Know yourself first before you assume somebody. I
actually,
did correct you just
if we
now.
were to if we were to
Hey,
have
Angel.
a fair and honest debate
Angel,
of
you're doing it
policies,
again.
then
Angel,
I'd be the one
Angel,
that
I
would
got
be
other
winning.
people.
Angel, you're
I
doing
got
it
other
again.
people.
You're doing it again,
I
Angel.
got other people that are here to speak. I got hot sauce in the back.
Opinion
I got the
doesn't
velvet
outweigh the
voice.
truth nor the facts. Just know that.
I got the velvet voice
Opinion
of YouTube.
You
does
don't know
not
the facts
outweigh
either.
the truth nor the facts. So that might be your opinion.
You don't know the facts neither.
Hey, Angel,
Don't
You
tell me
don't
Angel.
I'm
know
a
the
Can I?
facts
Hey,
technical.
David, can
neither.
I tell him something? Can I
I'm a
just tell him
technical
something
person.
real
I'm in
quick?
information technology. So we do data mining. So
Hey,
stop
David.
that, Angel.
Hey, David.
Oh yeah, one-sided data,
Go
right?
ahead, Flo. Take control.
You
Hey,
see,
David.
I
Take
don't
control.
believe any of the kind of stuff that people like him looking
Tra-
from the black
Take
owned
control, Lord.
website or anything
I'll stop that.
because
Just
at the end of it, it's just one-sided. Someone like him probably watched someone like what's the guy who used to have the
Angel, just
show
take a
on
second. Take a second and think about it for a second. But real quick, I want to ask you a question while you're thinking about it. Which state do you think is the poorest state in the United States of America?
the poorest? If I had
Yeah.
to say, just because of where homelessness is at, California.
You think California is the poorest state in the United States of America? I just want to clarify real quick. Is it
Well,
yes or a
yeah.
no? Yeah. All right. Well, just so you know, the poorest states in the United States of America are run by Republicans. Just throwing it out there for you. And Mississippi is topping that bitch. I don't know if you looked at any
Then
data.
explain how Texas is so successful.
Look, sir. Look, Angel. I just want you to know,
The Republican
California.
state ain't the poorest. Like you want to think that way just because you. I've heard more
Angel.
success stories
Angel, I want you to know something.
from people in
Angel,
Florida
Angel,
Oh
Angel,
my
Angel,
God.
Angel, Angel,
the
Angel,
Republican
Angel, calm
states.
down real quick.
This
Angel,
is just
calm
too
down, calm
comical
down.
at the end of the day to
Okay,
me. If you think a
Angel.
$20
Oh my
minimum
God.
wage is good for America, then hey, I guess you think you'd be able to work the same amount of hours in California, or if the 20 or if the U.S. minimum wage was $20 an hour,
Okay,
right,
okay.
JBJ? Because there's been a lot of layoffs in California. There's been a lot of hours cut in California among fast food workers. And there's actually been a lot of corporations that had to close half of their business to prevent themselves from having to pay the $20 minimum wage on fast food workers. And hell, Gavin
Hold on,
Newsom gave his best friend, the owner
Angel.
of
You can't be hitting
credit
17
for
points, man.
goddamn
Somebody got to mute
treatment.
the nigga, man. He just saying too much shit. Like, look, I'm trying to educate you
I'm
because I
gonna bring
know.
the back.
Angel,
We're
just
gonna
hold
bring the
up.
back.
Angel, relax,
Just
sir.
hold up real
That's
quick.
it.
Like Angel, I get it. Look, man, he been watching a shit ton
And
of
he
goddamn
do.
Fox News. I'm just gonna say this for Angel real quick, like now shut the fuck up because clearly he been watching too much Fox News or America One or whatever
I
the
got a
fuck else he
headache.
been watching. You talked all that shit about California, and I'm not gonna sit here and act like California ain't got their fucking problems. They do, but they are the richest fucking state in the United States of America. They are. They produce more GDP of any state in America. Then it's New York. Then it's Texas. Republicans get the third spot. Like I don't know why you sitting around here talking all that nonsense when the poorest states in this entire country are ran by Republicans. I get you got cities here and there that have Democrats that run them and they fucking them up. Guess what? You got the same thing in fucking Republicans. They just don't sit around and talk about, oh, look what these fuckers are doing over here. I don't know why he's drinking that Kool-Aid, and it's funny as fuck that he's drinking it because I'm like, dude, them fuckers don't even want you in this country, whether you know it or not. Dude, you don't look like a white person. You don't look like, well, that's pretty much all you need to be wanted in this country. You're Hispanic. I'm black. Other motherfuckers are every other thing, Asian and all this other shit. They don't want us here, bro. They think they're getting replaced. Like, dude, what are you talking about? This dude literally said California is the poorest state in the United States of America.
It's a toss up between Mississippi and West Virginia, and both
Well,
of them
Mississippi,
states are red.
Mississippi winning it right now. You know Kentucky in the running right now. You know Kentucky
Yeah,
in
I
there
know,
running.
man.
This shit
Louisiana,
crazy.
right behind them, man. You know.
How you doing tonight?
I'm good, Angel. Listen, the reason why I came up was I wanted to let you know that your mic's a little loud. I mean, I want you to participate, but if there's a way that you can reduce the volume on your microphone, that'll be great. It'll be great. So we're gonna let you back up, but I'm gonna need you to, take your time and let other people talk.
And I think Hot Sauce is in the back too. Is Hot Sauce there?
Yeah, he's still here.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here.
I'm gonna drop down and let Hot Sauce do his thing.
Okay? All right, how you doing, Hot Sauce?
I'm gonna bring
Y'all might
Angel
have
up,
to
but
manually do Angel.
Yeah.
Y'all might have to manually tone his shit down because he just yelling, man.
Yeah, Angel, just kind of lower your voice a little bit because it's kind of loud. So I want everybody to hear what you're saying. So just lower your voice just a little bit, okay? All right, I'm gonna bring you up. Hot Sauce, you got the floor, brother.
Hot Sauce,
Yeah,
what say you of so far what I have said?
I'm just tuning in, so I'm a little bit behind. So if you could catch me up a little bit. I know we're talking about immigrants, right?
Yeah, and I showed a video on how a lady in New York left her receipt behind and it had $13,000 balance of food stamps. And I also talked about hold on, because I had to learn about that today too. The DACA, how illegal immigrant kids can get everything. And I haven't even talked about what the Ukrainians get, refugees. Well, just what do you think about this whole? My beef is that we help everybody but who we need to help, and that's Americans. My daddy always taught me that charity starts at the home. What say you?
Right. Well, I'm going to push the Ukrainians to the side because that has benefit, right? Because the whole UN and stuff like that. That's not. I don't see that as charity so much. But when we're looking at like the immigrants coming from south of the border and things like that, and you look at marginalized groups such as African Americans and how we struggle and fight for so much, and a lot of times when we fight and struggle for it always ends up in the hands of the foreigners, of the strangers. And I just think at some point it's just going to be a powder keg where people are going to say enough. Enough is enough. You got working class people that can't afford homes, right? But then you're walking into a store where immigrants are getting $3,000 credit line for food. You got working class people. Now
that don't piss you off, Hot Sauce?
Absolutely. Okay. You got working class people, right? You got working class people that are doing tiny homes and living in their cars. because they can't afford they can't afford to live on one wage, right? America doesn't pay a living wage anymore. Everybody has to have a job plus a side hustle or a job plus a moonlighting thing. And so when it comes to this, we see a couple of things. Number one, we see that America has money, right? And then on top of that, we're spending more than we can pay back as far as the debt, because you're printing money to service these people that don't belong here, that the bill goes to American people, which is crazy. So you have to come to the rationale, okay, what is the purpose of this? Why are they here? So I would advocate that it's a message to move to better pastures, right? There's a reason why that 2023, more and more Americans are renouncing their citizenship. There's a reason why 60% of people that are retiring in Puerto Rico and certain parts of Mexico now, right? America, for some reason, is high on the hog for destroying itself. So at the end of the day, this is unsustainable. You're gonna incite riots like the UK, right? The UK already said they have enough. Now they're rioting and attacking immigrants. That will happen in America, right? That will happen in America. So I mean, at the end of the day, if you're hell bent on destroying America, time to get out.
I agree with every one of those points. The only problem is that's a great conversation for 30 years ago. It's a fantastic conversation.
I can't hear him. Maybe that's me, but he sounds like he's borging.
Try again.
Is it bad again?
Yeah, it is. Just
shit.
drop and come right back on.
Yeah. When I was hearing it, it sounded like someone was popping popcorn, Embrace.
Well, maybe they were popping popcorn, but the case still remains is that, look, they both ain't shit. Trump and Kamala. The thing is that I'm not voting Democrat this year for the first time since I've been a registered voter, because I'm just not getting in that car with the Democrats again, because I ain't gone nowhere in 4 years. I had more money in my pocket 4 years ago. I was thriving in my business 4 years ago. I wasn't struggling. A lot of us walk out with 4 bags of groceries and we didn't spend $100 and don't even know on what. And I get it. The president is just a puppet master, and we need to start voting at our local agencies and governments. But we cannot have this again for another 4 years. We cannot vote for somebody on feelings just because she's a woman and she's black. I already made that mistake. I already made that mistake once when I voted for Obama, and he didn't do shit for the melanated community. And he's melanated. None of them do shit for the melanated community.
You gotta vote Trump, because at least Trump, right? At least, I mean, because the immigrants are taking away black jobs, right? They're actually taking away benefits that we fought for in the civil rights. You gotta vote Trump. You gotta be America first, and that's the only person that's at least claiming to kick the immigrants out. If you want a viable America, those people got to go.
I gotta ask a question. For all the people that's gonna vote Trump this year. And look,
go ahead.
By all means, do whatever you want to do. I'm not gonna hold you, because I don't think Kamala's a good option either. I think we got 2 shitty ass options.
Well, she ain't black.
Look, I think we went from 2 AARP card holder motherfuckers to 1 AARP card holder and a fake black bitch, because she ain't black. She is not black. Just because her daddy's Jamaican don't make her black. Because I don't think we call Elon Musk black either, and he's South African. So just throwing that out there. But for all the people that are claiming that Trump is going to be the one that gets you where you need to get to, first off, let's ask the question. Trump inherited an economy from Obama when the country was booming. He brought us back out of recession. Trump came into office, and then Trump spent a lot of fucking money. A lot of people say, "Oh man, my pockets were good." Guess what also happened under Trump? He fucking lied to you about goddamn COVID. And a lot of y'all motherfuckers died off of that shit, and all that money that y'all made was gone. Now you want to talk about Joe Biden, you don't see the money. We're dealing with the inflation from what happened in the last presidency. People don't understand how this shit flows.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm not saying that Democrats are better. I'm not. But understand the flow. You get one president in and they do what they do, you see the repercussions of that in the next presidency.
Yep.
You don't
You
see
the
that
cleaning
in
up
that
mess.
presidency. He inherited a good economy and he boomed off of that good economy and then fucked it up with COVID. Now we're dealing with the fuck up of what he did, and Joe Biden's trying to get it back, but Joe Biden ain't even there. We know that man's sleeping, got Alzheimer's. We know that. I'm just saying though, stop acting like the president goddamn determined how the economy flowed. They didn't. They didn't.
So can I want to respond to that. I really need to respond to that. Because some of that stuff is just simply not true. So
First
when
one,
it
hit me
came
with it.
so let's talk about the economy and COVID.
Mhm.
Donald Trump he actually said take the malaria drugs, right? Because it stopped COVID.
That
Actually,
man
it
said
comes out.
inject bleach into your body.
No. He said take a
No, he
malaria
did say
drug. I
inject
forgot the
bleach into
name.
your body.
He also talked about taking the malaria drug, and that will stop COVID, right? The reason why Africa did not have a problem with COVID like the rest of the world did is because everybody took a malaria drug.
That's
Later
not why.
on, they
That's
found
not why, man. Stop the cap.
later on they found out there was a Harvard Harvard medicine and some medical school in Pakistan actually found out that was true. And
That was not
actually found out
dude.
that was true, that the malaria drug actually does stop the symptoms of COVID and stop the disease. So they actually
What are you
found out
talking
that
about?
was true.
What are you talking about?
Well, I'm talking about that when it came to COVID and who messed it up, it was the Biden-Harris administration, because not only was Trump right about the malaria drug and did not put the mask mandate on, but also
Who was
they
the
took
president
away
when the
your
mask
medical.
mandate was issued? Who was the
But bro,
president?
when
No.
hold on,
Answer that question because you're
time
saying
out.
crazy shit now. Who was the president when the mask mandate came out?
Time out. So what we're going to do
Who
is
was the
either we're going to
president? No,
we're
just
going
answer
to
that question. Who was the president when the mask mandate came out?
have
But who
we
was the
have a
one in charge of
conversation.
COVID, really, JBJ?
The
It
president, right?
wasn't president.
Hold on, guys. One mic.
Listen.
It's change. It's like push the blame down the road when it's one guy, but take all the credit when it's one guy. What are you talking about?
When you spoke, I let you speak. I didn't cut you off. I didn't
That's
interrupt.
crazy, man.
I just let you speak and said whatever you had to say.
Just
right?
go ahead, man. I got you.
So
I'm
if you want to have
go ahead.
if you want to have a conversation,
Go ahead.
if you want to have
Go
a
ahead.
conversation,
Go
we
ahead.
can. Well,
Go
no,
ahead.
I'm setting the ground rules. I'm setting the boundaries.
Go ahead. I got you.
All right, so I'm going to finish what I'm going to say. So if we're going to have a conversation, we're not going to interrupt each other.
What the fuck you
All right,
talking
then we're
about?
not going to have a conversation then. We're not going to have a conversation.
I told you, go and say your
We're not
point.
going to have a conversation. Because I just told you I'm going to set the boundaries before I begin to speak again.
Go.
All right, then we don't have a conversation then.
Go.
It's cool. Go on to the next. No. Go on. Next person. Next person.
You sound like look, Grace, and I'm about to leave too. Look, man, you sound like a fucking woman. Donald Trump was the president when all these
I sound like
all
a
these
fucking
lockdowns
woman,
were happening. He was the president, regardless of whether you want to keep saying it was the Democrats. Donald Trump was the president when they did mask mandates, when they did the PPP loans, when they did all that.
Incorrect.
Donald Trump.
You are false. You are false. That is factually
You
incorrect.
know Trump was against mask mandates, JBJ, but it was his man, Dr.
Grace.
Fauci,
Guys.
or Dr. Fauci that pushed everything into politicization of COVID, because you very well know Democrats hated Trump his entire presidency.
So Donald Trump was not the president when the mask mandates came out. Donald Trump was not the president.
But He was against it, but the Democrats did all that they can
The Democrats did it when Donald Trump was the president. But Donald Trump's going to come in and save you right now,
also
being the
CDC,
president. All right,
the
I'll let y'all,
CDC,
man.
which is
Have a good night.
owned by the Democrats, and the World Health Organization, which is a Democratic organization, all made America shut down as they did because the World Health Organization.
That is correct. Fauci, and now Fauci is on charges for that. It was actually Fauci that made the suggestion that, okay, do the mask mandate and lockdown, and now he's up on charges. It wasn't Trump. Secondly, Trump did not issue the vaccine mandate. That is the Biden-Harris administration. They were the ones that say either take a vaccine or lose your job. Take the vaccine or you can't go back to college. Take the vaccine or you cannot go to public areas. That is the Biden-Harris, which impeded on your medical rights. So what he's saying is factually untrue. It's factually untrue. And then the comment about the woman, well, hey, I let you speak. You're the one that kept going on and on, not controlling your emotions, sir.
Okay, so with that being said, let me introduce Soul. He's on the panel. Got something to say? You are muted, Soul. So unmute yourself and make sure you close the window because you had another channel open. How you doing tonight, sir? Unmute yourself.
There you go. That should be good. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, but you have YouTube open somewhere else.
Okay, hold on for a second.
Of course. Yeah, I can hear you. There we go. So I don't know how long you've been listening or what you've been chiming in, but what say you about everything?
All right, first off, I can understand the emotions that both of y'all exhibiting. Let me mute my TV real quick. I got a double YouTube going on because I'm hearing you on the TV and on my phone. So
you got to turn the TV off.
All right. So first off, in regards to the whole situation, in regards to the Biden-Harris and the Trump this and Fauci that, I understand that Fauci was a leading medical person in regards to COVID. I understand that everyone was taking their guidance from him, but it was a legislative branch that actually put what he said into law that can finally be enforced. So it was prior to the Biden-Harris or fucking the chick's name, Kamala Harris administration. It was actually prior to that. Fauci was already taking the lead in Rich because that was what we're talking about 2000. So Trump wasn't even in office.
True. Again, like JVJ said, there's a lot of crap that other presidents have to pick up from their prior presidency.
Of course.
These two candidates is the lesser of the two evils because both of them, but I just think right now that Donald Trump is more qualified. He's already filled the position once. He might have not done the best job, but I just don't trust Kamala.
Let me ask you this question.
Okay.
Do presidents set and create laws?
No, that's the House and the Senate.
Okay. What is the executive branch do?
Nah, I don't know. The executive branch, they execute.
They either approve or execute.
Okay.
But at the end of the day, the executive branch does not make laws. They do not do anything. And then the judicial branch is the one that figures out if that law should be applied or not. In the middle is the executive branch. So he's not at the top. He's not at the bottom. He's right in the middle. And he can get overturned just like he could veto the judicial branch. So let's stop blaming the president for one.
Okay.
And start focused on the judicial branch, because we're the ones not paying attention to your local, state, and your Congress and Senate people running for office.
And I agree with you because I always say that, the president is just a puppet master. It's where it counts is your county, your state, and your local, who you put in courts.
Is this how you normal talk, or you always yell?
Who? What do you mean? Yeah. No, I get my
Like,
information.
no, I'm not talking about your information. I'm talking about your tone of voice. Do you always yell like this?
I'm not yelling. That's yelling to you?
Okay. If it's not yelling to you, then you answer
My
my
bad.
question.
I have been told that I do need to tone it down, but my bad. See, I don't take it as an insult. I take it as a learning experience. You're not the first one that's told me that, so I get it. I get it. I will sit in that.
Now you see, like whenever I'm energetic and my voice starts to go up, people complain that I'm too loud. Well, maybe don't have your headphones set or your surround sound speaker at a whopping 1,000. Maybe you need to turn it down yourself at the end of the day, because
Well,
my speaker volume is
at
at
that,
44 right now.
hold on.
And
At the end of the day,
Angel,
hold on.
Angel,
Wait 1 second,
Angel.
JVD. Hold on, JVJ.
This is Black.
Hold
This
on
is
1
Black
second.
David.
Yeah, hold on 1 second. For another person to jump in and claim that they know what sound system I have going on, no, I just know how to control my tone of voice. I do not have my volume up, to be honest. So if you're raising your voice and you knowingly know that your voice is louder than usual, then it's on you. Accept that
Well,
and just work
whenever
on
I'm
it.
energetic in a conversation, it has always had a tendency of going up when I'm making a point and a factual point at that is more
And what I
honest than
said
yours.
and what I said was, if you feel as that's your normal voice, then that's you, and I have to respect that. That's what I said to Angel. If that's your voice at this moment, then I have no choice to respect that. That's what I said. It's no time that there was no turn for you to now make accusations towards me. Let's keep this gentleman like. Can we do that?
Facts.
Okay, so with that being said, okay, you're not the first person, Soul, and I am working on it. It's just sometimes it's hard for me. I'm Dominican and Italian from New York, so what seems loud to you may be normal to me, but
I'm
I
a
am
Ju-
working on it.
I'm
I
a
am working on
Jamaican.
it.
I'm a Jamaican born in New York, so I know about being loud. I also know about self-control.
That is true.
True. True, and I appreciate the feedback. I appreciate some women may get offended and start being defensive, but I'm not like that. You know, you're only trying to help me become a better version of myself, and I
And that's
appreciate that.
and
I
that's what we
take
should be doing for each other.
But
I agree with you
But
100%.
can I add this? If that's you, JVJ, if I'm too high, then
This is
I'm sorry.
Black
Get used
David.
to it. I don't need to change for no one. I don't need to adjust my tone or my volume just to satisfy you. If you think
You
I'm too
sound like
loud,
you on
just because
speakerphone.
I'm more energetic,
This dude's on.
Angel.
more
Doesn't sound. You
detailed.
hear the echo?
People say I'm long-witted.
You see
And
the
I
echo?
speak
You
for
hear the
3 minutes.
echo, right?
That's too long for you,
I hear
right?
that.
Yep.
Speakerphone.
So the one last thing that I want to bring up is, and I'm doing it to stir up some things, is the refugee support services.
Okay,
My thing,
perfect.
my thing is that why can't we have the same type of energy and the same type of support for our Americans? Because we should. My daddy always taught me that charity starts at the home. And let me tell you all of because I actually went online today and like made pretend I was going to fill out an application that I'm a refugee. And let me tell you all of the services that they offer. They provide a wide range of services in support of employment and self-sufficiency, job training, assistance with job placement, retention, English language training, childcare, transportation, translation, and interpreted services.
Yeah.
Specialized programs such as health services, technical assistance for small businesses,
hmm
startups, financial savings, youth mentoring, and of course, food stamps.
You know who they don't do that for either?
Who?
Single dads.
Absolutely. But kids are better off in single dads than they are with single moms.
Yeah,
But
that's what the
because
research says.
child support is so imperative because it pays the judges' pensions. It's going to be very hard to change the child support system when you have the same men in Senate and in the House over and over and over
But
and over again.
but that's what I said from the beginning, and I agreed with a lot of statements that every one of you said. But at the end of the day, if we're focused on the presidency, then we're already lost
Very
because
true.
it's the people in Senate, it's the people in Congress, and it's your local officials that we need to pay more attention to. You
And
see
and,
that
and
they hold on, let me finish, please, and then I will discontinue. If you notice, the only thing that gets widespread media is the presidential election. Why doesn't every other election that matters get the same media attention? Because
because they want to wean it out.
no, because they already know who actually makes a difference.
Okay. Okay, that can make sense. And plus, they don't want to, maybe they don't want to advertise it because they know, like you said, the importance of it and they downplay it.
Well,
Could that be?
you're just agreeing with me with different terminology.
Okay. So, getting in a little deeper with the refugee program, for instance, cash assistance. They will help you with cash assistance up to 12 months, basic needs such as food, clothing, shelter, and transportation. They have something that's called the ORR matching grant. It provides cash assistance, intensive case management, employment services, and they actually help you to find jobs. They have the refugee medical assistance program for health insurance, which is the same coverage as Medicaid. They have the medical screening services. It supports and identifies health conditions that threaten your well-being, providing vaccinations required for school and work, and giving them primary care provides a specialist for ongoing health care. When we got some Americans that have been working for years and all of a sudden gets a terminal cancer now, their insurance don't cover it. Or
My
we can
question,
only pay so much. Go ahead.
my question to you in regards to your statement right there.
Mm-hmm.
Who was voted in the office to even have the chance to put that into law?
Well, like we just said, the House, the Senate, the people that were put into office. You're
Okay,
absolutely right.
so let's focus on the problem so we could
I
fix it.
Yeah, but right now, what's coming up in November? What is the biggest election that's coming up? And nobody's going to be talking about your locals right now because everybody's focusing on the
Well,
presidency.
because the locals are some of them are quarterly, and then some
Mm-hmm.
of them are semi-annually, but
Mm-hmm.
they're not as consistent as a 4-year term.
That is correct.
You're absolutely right. But
Let me
my
add.
whole point of tonight's show is just to make people aware of how much this country or how we voted into this country, the policies that are here and set to help others versus Americans. And that
Uh,
hurts my heart.
Can I add what?
just
Hold
out
on,
of
bro.
oh, go ahead, go ahead.
Let me add what he was saying, but let me add on top of that. If anybody who out in New York, they used to go to elementary school back in the 80s, they used to have a civic lesson back in elementary school that teaches the three branches of government: the
You know what?
judicial, the legislatures, and the executive, right?
You know what? I remember back when I was in, I think maybe third or fourth grade, they actually taught that in elementary school.
hmm But lately, as time progressed, they remove all that on
Yes,
purpose.
they did.
Here, what a lot of people fail to do, especially those who claim to be immigrants. When you have to do the nationalization, you better know those three branches of government as well. And
Not
the
just
fact,
that, you have to speak English.
too, but on top of that, as once you pass those certain tests to get national, to get your green card or get your naturalization to get your passport, they drop all that and forget it. I've been saying it for more than 2 freaking decades that the presidential election is not that important. And the people who write the laws are very important.
Legislative
Look,
branch,
look
baby.
at the president as the manager of the country. All he does is sign the law that have been put in the representative class, then move to the Senate before it goes straight to his desk. Now, every state had their Senate, the representative, the state Senate, and the state representative as well. And though you have in the local, those are the people that are more important. But for what I noticed, America is known to have what they call a short attention span. They focus on one race, which is not that much important, but a race that's more important to their community, to their district, their school district, and their surrounding, they ignore it. This is why I say it's the dumbest thing for black people to blame Obama, but don't blame the people who write the laws that Obama has to sign.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to say one corrective measure in regards to your statement. And
Go
trust
ahead.
me, I believe everything that you say and I agree with it. Just one thing that you said. We are a race of human beings. It was social media and all those outlets that made us believe that we're different races. At the end of the day, a black person can save a white person if they have B positive and they have B positive.
Facts.
Why? Because we're a race of human beings. Now, when you want to talk about a person's ethnicity, that's different. If you want to talk about a person's ethnicity, we're not all African, not anymore. Our ethnicity is a cultural upbringing. So, like me being Jamaican, of course, I descend from Africa, but I have a
Facts.
cultural difference of Jamaican.
Facts.
So let's get away from the word race and start using ethnicity.
This is facts.
True.
And that's the
True.
one. This one I say people
Um,
are not well informed. They refuse to be
and
informed.
Yeah,
And
bro.
for a guy who worked with the first social media platform known as collarclub.com, that started way back in the late 90s, with a lot of people never do their homework about what created MySpace and Facebook and said it came from that one in particularly platform. While I was in BMCC, this is why I tell people do not fuck with me if you don't know your information.
There you go. That's
can
what's
I
up.
can, can I add this point to you so about the government a little bit? Even though the all seats of the House and all the seats of the Senate are voted upon a state by state basis, they are still representing a national kind of thing where they are representing the United States, even though they be
No,
representing for
no,
their own state.
you're wrong.
Much like Kerry Lake here in Arizona is running for the Senate seat of the U.S. She'd still be within Arizona, but she'd be representing America. And people think that it's a state by state thing.
You are
Then why
listening.
hasn't the government
You are
ever been
listening.
abolished?
You are listening.
Because if
Angel,
people want to say that, and keep in mind what
Angel,
yours the what.
Angel, you're missing the point. Let me ask you a direct question. For every
Well, can you
politician, no,
well
no,
can
Angel, no, Angel, listen first, because you're going off on emotion. No,
well,
you're
you
going off.
wouldn't
No,
let me
hold on, hold on,
finish.
hold
You
on,
were trying to
hold
interrupt
on,
me.
Ooh, I need a
Angel,
spliff.
Angel.
Please.
I'm not an emotional person. I'm a logical person.
You were
I
actually
think on data
interrupting me
and
when I was
facts.
trying to make my point
Angel,
to show my
Angel,
man.
Angel, hold on. I want you to ask you a question. I want you to answer correctly. For every politician that run for office, right? What are they required to actually to succeed in their campaign? Is it not money? Is it not backing or someone to vouch for them? Is it not correct?
Well, even if Kamala got the most money,
No. Answer my question.
let me respond without interruption, my man. Even if Kamala had raised the most money, it's not about the money of who got the most. It's about who gets the electoral vote at the end of the day. Much like Hillary Clinton probably got the most in 2016 from her fundraising rally, but she still lost regardless if Trump didn't get the popular vote. It ain't about the popular vote. It ain't about making the most money. It's all about the electoral system at the end of the day.
You're talking to an educated person who understands how government and politics work.
Oh,
And based
yeah.
on your
Look,
thought,
you're very
I'm
educated,
being
man.
vicious and bluntly honest. If you can give me verified information what you're saying and not making no sense at all, now look at you misinformed. Like I
Oh,
said,
yeah, like
for
the man
anyone
that
who
got
has
Let him
wrong.
talk. Let him talk, Angel.
Angel, I can mute you, I can bring it down. You know that, right? Okay then. For anyone who understands politics, anyone for running for office, there's particular procedures you have to go through. There's certain people who have to vouch for you. That's one. And you're supposed to have a certain amount of resources for you to run for office, starting from the local to the state to the federal. Am I correct? Yes or no?
No, you are
No.
like wrong.
So you
A
took so,
person,
so no.
anyone can run without having to have a degree, a history, much like Ronald Reagan ran in the 1980s. If I'm not mistaken, he didn't have no history of politics, much like Donald Trump. You only have to be 35 and a U.S. citizen to run for president. There's no
Well,
disqualification of
shit.
such.
Maybe I could run.
Brace the Grace can run if she wanted to, because
Here's the
at the end
problem.
of the day,
Here's the
it's
problem.
about what policy matters
Here's the
to
problem.
what the people are
Here's the
interested in.
problem.
I don't need the 30-year plus history
I know,
in
but
Congress
here's
to
here's
run
the
for
problem.
president.
Angel,
I can
here's the
run
problem.
just with me
Angel,
being a
Angel,
citizen of Arizona, and if I end up winning, like let's say the
Angel,
presidency, then hey, that's good on me. It's the
Angel,
policy that matters
Angel,
of what gets the
Angel,
vote at the end of the day,
Angel.
man.
If I were dumb, uneducated, don't know shit about politics, I would agree with that bullshit that came out of your mouth. But you talk about the same guy who sponsored both the Republican and the Democratic Party for more than two freaking decades, but also one of the main people who were met of the economy during the Reagan era. So do me a favor, stop the bullshit, all right? I told you, I don't give two shit by emotional opinion. If you can't give me proven data, proven facts, I'm not going to agree with you. I'm going to shut your ass down. You're talking to an IT professional.
All right. So at the end of the day, the subject matter given by our host is illegal immigrants entering our country. So let's get back on subject.
Thank you. Now, again, let me put this disclaimer. I have nothing against, because my dad's parents were immigrants, but they came to this country legally. I have the problem with the ones that come in illegally, and then they get all these benefits that could be used to Americans. And that's the issue that I have, because I totally believe in helping people. I totally believe in helping people get on their feet, but I believe in giving a hand up, not a handout. And coming from experience, I've been in them lines where all they do, it's the same people every day just getting a fish. And instead of teaching them how to fish so they can fish for themselves, you're just becoming dependent on the government. You're not really moving ahead. You're just becoming dependent on the government, and that's what the government wants. And I wish Uncle Jeff was here, because I do believe it's a conspiracy theory. I do believe that they're purposely feeding and housing males of fighting age, because when a revolution comes, who you think the USA going to say, well, now you got to fight? Oh, y'all, we've been helping you clothe you, house you, educate you, give y'all food. Now we want to get what we want from y'all. So I just keep your guys. I just want you to keep your eyes open. Stop sleepwalking. Get in those elections where it really matters, like Sol was emphasizing, in your local and state elections. Because again, the president to me is just a puppet master. He's the commander in chief. The biggest power that he has, and he has the power to push that button. And even then, he's got to go through, 6, 7 different codes. Talk to the what is it? What's the biggest admiral
Generals,
that you have?
the
The
generals, the
general.
5-star generals, and
Him.
chief of staff. Yeah, you got to go through a process.
So the president got to go through a lot of people to make decisions. But at the end of the day, we got to help ourselves. Americans got to help Americans.
I have to disagree with you a little bit, Queen. And
okay.
It deals with in regards to the young men of fighting age coming into the country.
Well, that's just a conspiracy theory.
No, I don't think it is, because there's plenty of footage of young men simply walking over the border with no security check whatsoever. There's plenty of footage of it. So it's not something that you can say it's a conspiracy. They're actually walking over the border. So I don't think it's the government's plan to say, yo, we're going to feed you, house you, and then when we call on you, you do what we want you to do. They're being brought over here by their country because the easiest way to beat a country is from within it. And the United States has the most guns and ammo in single private households than any other country on the globe. So what's the best way? Get enough people in here to where you can familiarize yourself with them, get to trust them to the point to where you can walk up on them and you can hit them before they hit you.
Okay, that's another way of looking at it. That's absolutely another way of looking at it. Like my dad used to say, kill them all and let God sort it out. Is it? That's what they're doing, and it's sad.
I kind of agree with you on that. That's no different than what Russia and the United States always had as spies. Spies, they go in, they assimilate to the country, they learn the language, they learn the culture, and before you know it, you think they're one of them. But at the end of the day, when they're ready to pull a trigger, they're not going to pull a trigger against a U.S. person. They're going to pull a trigger against whoever they assimilated to. And they're going to be able to pull that trigger all day long until they get found out. So you done took out 50 to 100 people. That's more than one person can do that's not recognized. You see what I'm saying? You can't just fly a paratrooper in, paratrooper land down, and they say, oh, you want breakfast? No, you're not going to get that. But you put a spy in there, somebody that's willing to assimilate and learn the language, of course, they'll invite you for dinner. You can kill a whole family and probably walk through an entire apartment complex because everybody knows you, and shoot the whole entire apartment complex before you get found out. That's what they're doing with these guys crossing the border. They're bringing them in. They're going to mix in with all the other Hispanic motherfuckers, probably landscaping your yard. They're in your face. They don't need to sneak up on you. They're going to say, they're going to say, yo, here's your payment for the week or whatever your payment is. They're going to walk right up to you. And when they're close enough, they're just going to put a bullet in your fucking head.
Yeah. You guys are listening? That's why you got to get out there and vote for your local councilman and your state. But you guys, we're at the 2-hour mark. I want to go ahead and yeah, we've been here since 9:30 already, boo. Have you liked, subscribed, and shared yet? Have you subscribed to my channel?
I liked and subscribed.
So you can see me, so you can check on my progress on my tone of voice and see how I'm doing. Okay.
I'm already subscribed to both yours.
I know you.
We gotta check on your tone of voice.
Yo, no, it's funny because one day I got pulled over by the police and I guess I was talking too loud because I was on the way to a basketball game. I was the coach and I had 6 of my players in the car. And he said to me, hey, tone it down. You're talking a little bit loud. And my son saw that. And he used to bring that stuff up to me all the time when I was getting loud. He was like, come on, Mom. Let's tone it down. So trust me, you're not the first one that I've heard this from, and you certainly won't be the last. So I get it. But with that being said, we're gonna go ahead and go around the panel in the room, get our final thoughts. I
Can
just
I
want to
address
thank.
you real quick, Grace?
Yes, sir.
One of your moderators from your channel, Travel One, was trying to
Mm-hmm.
be a little disrespectful because I know people are dumb to realize that it's been proven that Nigerians are the more highly educated ethnic group in the country, and yet we flow into the country. We didn't walk through the border. So I wasn't talking about being angry about it or any such thing. Sometimes I hate when people just want to come out retarded, uninformed. They say they graduate from high school, they didn't really take their classes, they cheat their way out of it. But be careful when you come at me because I might do something to make you want to quit your job.
Well,
Well, let's read it.
oh, hold on. I'm mad. I'm mad, bro. No, I'm just fucking with you. Yo.
Let's read it. CBN, David, you know you are happy to be in the USA, so you should not be against immigrants coming to the USA. Why were you and your family welcomed here with no complaining?
We flew in. Maybe we flew in first class and you went with a banana boat. How about that? I'm sorry.
You took the
No.
banana boat, bro?
Are you sure you're not working for one of my uncle who pay your paycheck? Should I go on?
Yo, if I'm working for your uncle, bro, I need a private meeting because we need to talk about my
No,
pay
I'm
then.
talking to Travel One. Are you sure that one of my family member not working on your system, them might disconnect your power line? It didn't know who you are?
Damn, bro, you don't gotta go that hard, man. You don't gotta go that hard.
Yourself before you
Well,
wreck
the
yourself,
Travel One
dumbass.
has a history. She's one of the
I know.
biggest trolls on YouTube, but me and her get along. We get along after we didn't have our issues.
Hear that, Travel One? How are you sure I don't know a bunch of hackers going to track your dumb ass down? Since I'm in the IT field.
Well, they actually could.
You chose the wrong person, but you too damn stupid to understand that. My bad. You got a GED, not a high school diploma.
Yeah, where you from? Where you from, bro? Just a question.
I'm a Canadian-born Nigerian.
Canadian-born Nigerian. All right, I'm a New York-born Jamaican.
I'm in Brooklyn, New York.
Oh, okay.
So
there you go.
I understand that Brooklyn don't deal with the BS, but I'm on another level. I don't deal with dumbass people who just got a GED, not a high school diploma.
Well, don't belittle them. Angel, what you got?
I'm not gonna bully. I just go bully them. See, they cry.
Angel, what you got?
Healthy wisdom says we all need hugs. We just need to hug each other.
Angel, what you got? Because he's talking about you.
That's what you need. You need a spank with a belt, like the old school days. So let her try me again one more time.
At the end of the day, I just am hearing a bunch of yada 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 from Black David, because really, I was just trying to make a point about how if people ain't like for like the whole government, should it be abolished and should the whole thing be left on a state-by-state basis? But if Black David wanted to interrupt me, then I guess really he thinks he's more informed when it's a bunch of misinformation of what he says, in my opinion.
Well, he said he majored in political science, bro.
I'm a IT professional.
Political science is nothing more than a liberal.
I did with
IT
data.
Okay.
Been doing it for 20. I don't just run my mouth. That's not.
All right.
Hot sauce, what you got for me? Are you still there?
He got knocked out during the connectivity because he's not really on the soil.
Yeah, I know. He's in Japan.
No, in China.
Oh, China. Okay. Well, Soul, I guess it'll be you, and then I'll close out. I mean, first of all, it's nice to meet you. Thank you for coming through. Okay.
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
And you're welcome anytime. So after everything you've heard, the good, the bad, and the ugly, what say you in your final thoughts?
Well, I think everyone collectively made some good points. Not everyone, to include myself, made 100% good points. But at the end of the day, if we stop focus on the presidents and start realizing that the judicial branch, the locals, the state, county, those that will eventually end up in Congress and Senate and eventually be presidents, we need to be focusing on ground one. And at the end of the day, people join politics for good reasons, but lobbyists will corrupt them in the process. It's no different than any other president. When they said, yo, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, as they became president, there was somebody that was touching their shoulder saying, nah, you're not really in charge. This is how it's gonna go. And if you don't make it go this way, we're gonna make you go away. And there's proof to it. There's proof to it.
Hold on, Angel. This is a final thoughts. This is final thoughts. No more debate. This is just final thoughts, Papa.
All right. So the proof of it is when Kennedy gave his last official speech. One thing he said in his last official speech was, "I'm going to unveil the secret societies," and that's all he had to say. He got shot a couple minutes later.
Sure did.
Okay, so there's proof. There's proof behind what I'm saying. Each president, every single president, someone touches their shoulder and says, "Nah, it's gonna go this way." And if it doesn't go this way, well, you're gonna be gone.
Well, it sounds to me that maybe I need to have a show on educating people about the three branches, the voting process, and the importance of voting for your local branches versus the presidency. So you just gave me an idea. But with that being said, I just want to thank all my moderators, everybody that's engaged, everybody that came up on the panel. I know that this is a touchy situation for a lot of people because most of us come from another country. This is a melting pot. Jeez, I'm half Dominican, half Sicilian. So, but I am American. You stop! Don't do that. Don't. Look, I almost married a yachty. See, y'all love me, okay? They love them fluffy, and I almost cultural differences. You know,
he figured you out.
No, I figured him out. They can know where you come. You come to me talking about me. I come soon now, and 3-4 hours later. That don't work. You can't do Jamaican things with a Yankee girl. It don't work. I give you a 30-minute. I give you a 30-minute window, and Plan B is being in motion. Me come soon now. No.
That's why.
Well, soon means any time from where we spoke to when I get there.
No,
that's
if we have if I'm expecting you at 7:30 and you're gonna call me at 7:15, me I soon come. That means 9:30, and y'all know how y'all do.
So
don't say y'all.
Okay, well you know how people do. I'm on my way, and y'all just ironing your outfit.
If
and
I
you're
say
still in the house.
If I say I'm gonna be there, at 7:30. I'm gonna be there at 7:15, and you better be ready.
Absolutely.
Right, okay.
Absolutely. So it was cultural differences. So I love y'all. Trust me, I love y'all. So
the problem is Brooklyn is far from the Bronx. That's what you have issue with that.
But with that being said, guys, do your research. Learn your candidates. Don't vote on feelings. Vote on facts. Okay,
don't speak on feelings.
Exactly. Change is not going to happen overnight, but change starts with us. And if you don't change nothing changes.
Well, so be ready at 7:15 then.
Okay. Yeah, you ain't said nothing. As long as we could go eat some oxtails, rice and peas with some butter beans and some spinach. I'm good with that.
At the house.
I'm good. See, that's another thing. Jamaicans don't like to eat out. They like to cook home cooked food. I always lose weight when I date a Jamaican because we eating healthy and real carrot juice with sapu gin and beetroot and ginseng, aki and sawfish, boiled dumplings and bananas, cornmeal pork. Trust me. Me know.
Hold on, you just made me hungry. Hold up. Let me see. Let me let me see what I got. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Well, I'm sorry that hot sauce dropped off, but he would have closed out really good too. But you guys, I'll see y'all tomorrow. Don't forget tomorrow night. We got a good show coming for you. On Black Man Unfiltered Network. I'm one of the panelists, so make sure you guys come and check us out. Look, the Black Man Unfiltered Network has a show for you every day. Every day. Come check us out. Come check out all the great content creators. Make sure all you guys that are in the Black Network, Black Man Unfiltered Network, go to my channel, like my show too, subscribe, like, and share, because I am going to get to that 1K by my birthday. That's all I want for my birthday, is get to that 1K, my 50th birthday. That's all I want. Okay, so Angel, you too. Thank you for coming. Thank you for your drama. Thank you for your loudness. We love you and we appreciate you. Peace, guys. Take care. Don't forget tomorrow 9:30, Black Man Unfiltered with Lost in Translation hosting Flipping Tables. See y'all. Peace.